So, this is Blender 3.0. I downloaded the alpha. I've never downloaded an alpha of Blender before, because I was never comfortable with working in Blender before I learned Blender in about version 2.8. That's when I finally got it and said, okay, I can do this. So that means that I'm going to look at this for the very first time, but everything on its initial, everything looks the same as 3.0 or as 2.93, which is the current version. So you can see it says load 2.93 settings. And so when you open up just the 2.93 version, you're going to set this up the exact same way. But I figured that this would be a good opportunity to walk you through a setup. So you'll see some sort of startup screen. It may not look like this, and that's okay. My startup screen for 3.9 is, I'll show you what it looks like, what my startup screen looks like, just in case. But they always change the artwork, so don't let that throw you. And as you can see, you can open up more than one Blender instance. Oh, it's not giving me the uploading. It's not giving me the loading file. I could load it up, but there's always a picture that starts out. So let's get rid of that. So my language is English, I think. I don't know. My language is English. Shortcuts, Blender. For those of you that are, well, there's Blender 2.7x. That's the an older version. Select with your left. Spacebar. Now, you can have play. And if you're going to get an animation, that might be cool. Tools. This is going to show you tools. Or you can do search. I'm going to do tools, because why not? Blender Dark. That's the only thing that I want, because anything else gets me triggered. All right, save new settings. And so now you see you can start up with opening a new file here, or you can just click off of it. You don't have to do anything. It's giving you a manual. It's giving you the Blender website, credits, video editing, VFX. And so you can open up different things in Blender. Let's click off of this. Now, the first thing that you will notice is that everything looks super small, which can freak you out a bit. But what we're going to do is we are going to go into our preferences. And if you're on Mac, I don't know if it's on File or under Edit, because I haven't opened up my MacBook to see, to be honest with you. But it might be under File, so go into your Preferences. Just look for it. It's either under File, or it might be under the Mac symbol as a MacBook user or as a Mac user as well. Sometimes, well, you know how things can be just slightly rearranged. You're going to go to your Preferences. So I'm going to stop right here and say, stop the video and go to the Preferences, and then come back when you are ready. We're going to take our time. Okay, so now the first thing that you will see is interface. You got interface, you got themes, viewport, lights, editing, animation. It's pretty cool, pretty different. Most of this is essentially the same, but there are a few differences here and there. But the main thing that I want you to put on first is to go to interface, and right up here where it says resolution scale, I want you to just click right there, and I want you to drag. And I want you to drag until this looks big enough for you to understand. I have mine, I mean, you can really go for it, but I got mine at about almost 1.5. It doesn't have to, you don't have to have it exactly. I want you to adjust it so that everything looks big and less intimidating and you can clearly see this. I wear glasses. I know how important it is to be able to see things. It's a little bit of a calming effect when everything is a lot bigger for you. So first thing first, we want to make everything bigger. So there's some other stuff up here. You can splash screen, developer extras. We're not going to worry about any of that stuff. Like line width, if you want it to go thick, You could, so I'll just show you, you can kind of play with that. So default, it's up to you. I just have it on default. That's fine for me. There are a few other settings that we can go back to, but I don't really want to worry about it. I'm going to click out of this and I'm going to show you what I have on my 2.93, which is what I will be teaching the course with. But as you can see, it's not that much of a difference. So if you look down at the bottom here, this is my Blender that's open. I always right click and pin it to the taskbar. But this, and this is the newer, the 3.0, 3.0 alpha, which will eventually just be Blender. And right over here with Blender, I'm going to click this again. It opens up. It gives you that little, I forgot what that screen is called, the little black screen. But as you can see, I have this right here. I have this pretty big as well. If I go under File and I go under My Preferences, I'm sorry, if I go under Edit, go under My Preferences. By the way, as if you've had me as an instructor for one of my 2D art courses, you will know that I make mistakes and I keep them in. The reason why I make mistakes is if I find something that is difficult, I want you to see me to make the mistake so that you aren't feeling like, ugh, I must not be getting it. I leave my mistakes in. That doesn't mean that I can't draw or sculpt or paint or anything. It just means I made a mistake. And I want you to realize that too. So with my interface, okay, I got this one at 133. And this is the other thing. If you want to click over here, I have auto preferences saved. So that means that when I go into, say, the add-on menu and I do things, so that we got like system, we got save and load. I'm not going to go into all of this right now because in other Blender courses, they'll go through all of the other stuff. I want to get you in and get you comfortable with 3D without, to be honest with you, without boring you. Because I know it can be. It can be. That's just how it is, right? There's some other stuff in here that is useful. But right now, I just want to make sure that you have save auto preferences so that when you go into the add-on menu and you start adding things, then all of a sudden you don't have to go back and hit save. If you don't want to add that, then you just hit save. So as you can see, this is the Blender that I'm going to be teaching from, and this is Blender 3.0. Not really much of a difference here. I know that there are some other things within here. All of this looks the same. But I think the biggest thing with this is there is a content folder that you will have access to that isn't there necessarily right now. So that's one of the biggest changes, is that the content menu, the content folder that would be available. Okay, and I had to look it up, by the way. So if we're down here, I can move this up, and right over here, you can change all these viewports around if you want. I'm not going to get into the more advanced stuff where you're just watching things and not doing stuff. But you can see that I have it under Asset Browser. That's what it's called. I call it a context menu, or a content menu, or content browser. If you are coming from like a game engine or DAZ Studio, there's some sort of browser where you can browse all of your content, all of your 3D models, your files, there's a lot of other stuff that's in here. I'm not going to worry about this right now because this isn't going to stop us from learning Blender, right? Or this isn't going to stop me from teaching you how to get started in Blender, because everything else is identical. I don't really see any differences. And again, this is the alpha. So that also means that by the time now December is supposed to be the launch date, December of 2021, I will of course update the course with that. But as you can see, like, this is all the same stuff that I'm used to seeing under edit mode. Let's check sculpt mode. That's the other mode that I work in. Everything looks, a few little brushes there that no, I mean, there's not really anything that I'm seeing that is so different from the current version that I work in. So I do want to let you know that since I'm releasing this course at such a weird time, you don't have to download the alpha. We will be working on 2.93, and the awesome thing about Blender is 2.93. You hear, maybe you've heard like, oh, it's the long-term release. That means that there is going to be support for 2.93. It's going to be kind of a standardized version for the next couple of years. So you'll always be able to do 2.93 without, so in other words, for people that start projects in 2.93, there will be long-term assistance, long-term updates for it. So that is what we want to do. This is first things first. We're going to take our time with this, and you're going to have some fun. I'm going to make a lot of really bad jokes, and I want you to enjoy yourself, but I also want you to learn, because I do feel like this is a course in which you can enjoy and learn and give me your feedback. And if there's something that I'm going with a little bit too fast, or you didn't quite understand something, drop me a comment in the Q&A section, ask me, and I will answer it, or I might even make a video. So I'll see you in the next video, guys.